Hey, what's up? This is Tony B for Rainier Avenue Radio. Seems relatively quiet. That's because it is. It's 12:24. There have been a lot of things that have taken place here. Right now I'm walking the perimeter, and I just thought that I would have y'all join me. Not a lot to show, really. Not much going on. For the most part, all quiet. I will show you what I'm looking at. And so you can see here that National Guard is protecting the exterior of the perimeter that they have set up. And this is pretty much what I've been looking at, and I was deciding when I should go ahead and start showing you something, but this is about all that you're going to get right here. So this perimeter, this barricade is pretty heavily defended. As you can see, the National Guard are here. I did have a chance to talk to a few of them, but nobody is able to talk on camera. And right now I'm just walking around the perimeter of the Capitol building, the House and Senate. This is where everything is taking place. And streets are pretty clear outside the perimeter. There was one area where there was a gathering. But not too much really was going on. It's pretty peaceful. And so apparently this is well, as you can see right here. Say again? Oh. And so I've just been requested to get on the sidewalk. As you can see here, there's the Capitol building. And this entrance is of course blocked off, and there are police officers and National Guard. Wanted me to walk on the other side of the street. But this is the shot of where everything is taking place, just inside that perimeter in there. And again, there are a few people here. There are cameras that are set up outside. As you can see, that area is blocked off. But also what you have here are homes where people live. And so again, that's been part of the equation for community members that live here. Again, you can see Capitol building in the background there. I'm trying to zoom in for you so that you can get a better look. There we go. I'll bring that back down for you. And we'll continue to walk around the perimeter here. Again, this is Tony B for Rainier Avenue Radio. We are live at the inauguration right now. And again, just walking around the perimeter. Thought I'd show you what's going on around here. And you can see cameras are set up, and we'll see what happens if this is over, if there will be any type of parade. Again, no sign of trouble or any extracurricular activities. Don't even see any vendors here. If I do, I will let you know, but I thought there might be the potential to pick up some paraphernalia. And I've been walking around quite a bit, so currently keeping this area without vendors. Now, having been down here for the 2008, or I guess it was in 2009 actually, when Barack Obama was elected president for the first time, these streets were filled, and there's people everywhere, and vendors everywhere, and again, you can see the National Guard surrounding the perimeter about every 3 or 4 feet. And coming up here again on another entrance. Well, we have police officers. again around the perimeter. This is Rainier Avenue Radio .world, live from Washington, D.C. And so here on D Street, and the police presence is, this entryway here is again picked up a bit as you get to this intersection of South Capitol Street. I don't know if I'll be able to go past here, but I did want to give you the opportunity to see what's going on this side. And again, there you have a shot of the Capitol, just a couple blocks away. So this area here might not be. Is this blocked off? Okay. So that's about as far here as you can go on D Street and South Capitol. And once again, being asked to get on the sidewalk. And you can see the do not cross line. And again, security. And then around this area, not much going on. So I'll tell you again, I was down here for the 2000, when Barack Obama was elected president, and I guess the inauguration was actually 2009. Nothing like this. There were vendors, and you can see right here, there's barbed wire up on the fences. And as you can see in the background, obelisk. So we are right here. And again, I was just saying, in 2009 when I was down here, all this area was filled with people just everywhere. There were vendors on the street. There was a numbers of paraphernalia that you could buy: t-shirts, hats, key rings, pretty much anything. They even had bootleg programs of the inauguration that you could pick up. But again, here, none of that going on. And again, these guys look a little more stern, so I've been requested to stay here on the sidewalk. This is the entryway, again, right here. That's where everything's taking place. So just wanted to show you a little bit about what's going on in the perimeter. And again, you can see everything blocked off. The fences that have been erected, the fences have barbed wire on them. And but again, no trouble. Everything so far, at least on the outside of the perimeter. You know, there's people jogging, and again, there are homes in this area where people are living. We'll see what happens when the inauguration is over, if there is a more free flow of traffic, if there will be any type of parade. We'll be keeping our eye out for anything that might happen. Something might change up at the last minute. Right now, they're saying no. That there will not be. If there is, we will try to follow that for you and let you know what's going on. So here comes something right now. I don't know what it is, but I'll show you, as whoever this is or whatever this is approaching this very secure area, and they're gonna go ahead and looks like they're gonna get clearance to go inside. This is about all the action that I have going here, and so the arm bar goes up, and whoever or whatever that is going to be okay to go inside. Yeah, but this is about it for action. Not many people out here. Again, on the one hand, that's probably a good thing, but nothing like previous inaugurations where we were allowed to celebrate the change of power, a new presidency, new members of Congress, and Not this year. This year is quite different. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, this building that I'm showing you right now was under siege as an insurrection was taking place. Again, that was encouraged by the 45th president. We now have a 46th president.
That's why I give you a call. Make sure it's like down here.
But again, just very calm.
Like is it like barbed wire fence, like all
Not a lot going on. Again, we are just outside of the Capitol building at the perimeter. This is about as close as you can get unless you are credentialed. If you've been watching on television, as you can see, there's nobody inside. And if you were curious about what was going on outside, the reason why you're not seeing it is because this is it. I'm sure if something was happening, if there was any type of major protesting going on, you'd probably see, but no. And I've walked pretty much this entire perimeter, and this is all I've seen. So I decided I should go ahead and show it to you. I thought that there might be places where there would be people who would post up and maybe have some sort of bullhorn or PA equipment and espousing whatever particular views they wanted to espouse. But no, not so far. I have been in the various communities. If you missed last night, I was in Carolina Kitchen, which is a black-owned business. Actually, there are 4 of them owned by Lance London, who, if you missed it last night, the food is incredible. They serve soul food and a lot of other unique offerings, and they come from Lance London's grandmother, who wrote everything down, and he devised a complete menu. And if you can believe that, so his grandmother ended up inspiring him to open 4 restaurants with recipes that she had from the family. And it's a lot of Cajun food, and it's pan-seared Cajun salmon is what I had last night, along with collard greens and macaroni and cheese. Then also took home fried Cajun lobster and ribs. Meatloaf. I wish I could have taken everything home. I wish there was a way that I could get them to deliver to Seattle. The restaurant was great, and I also talked to the manager, Elena. She shared with me information about how things were working out down here in Washington, D.C. for the communities they've endured, as we have civil unrest, of course, here in D.C., and then the ongoing pandemic and how that's been impacting the communities here. You should go back and check that out. It's again from Carolina Kitchen live, and that was last night. You can see her whole interview and her discussing how everything shook down with the restaurant. And again, one of the things that she was proudest of during this time was, at least down here, black communities came together financially to support each other. She said, ironically, they began to get more support from the black community when they had to shut the restaurant down. And so go back and check out that interview. It's me from live yesterday at Carolina Kitchen. And beautiful facility, by the way. I gave a tour of the entire facility, and you should definitely go back and check that out. But again, this is about it. This is about as much action around the perimeter. And I've walked the whole area. No paraphernalia to be sold, so if anybody was looking to get a Biden Harris t-shirt, I haven't seen any. I know I had some requests for Kamala Harris paraphernalia, but I don't know if they just not allowed vendors to set up. That's probably the case. They probably saw it as a risk. So this is just quite different. Is this what it's going to be like from now on? If it is, I'm glad I had the opportunity to attend Barack Obama's first inauguration. It was completely different. Millions of people. What a wonderful festive time it was, and I think that everyone was looking forward to the future and was hopeful of what they were thinking was going to be a post-racial period. We know that wasn't going to be true, and it certainly turned out not to be true, and here we are in 2020, and the public can't even get in and take part for security reasons. Would it have been different had there not been a siege here on January 6th? Well, I don't think there would have been this military presence. There still might have been a little more difficult because of COVID. But this is what it is. How you doing?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Are you coming over to check on me?
I'm just standing.
Okay. Can I film you?
Yeah, you can come wherever you want.
Oh, okay. So, what brings you here? What role do you play? Oh,
I'm here for work, sir.
it's here for work. Okay. Well, I just noticed that you walked over here, and as I was filming for Rainier Avenue Radio back in Seattle, I don't know if you came over because you thought I was a threat or, you know. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to continue to film unless you tell me I have to leave.
You from West Coast?
Yeah.
Okay. Where from?
Seattle.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
My cousins live out in Seattle.
Is that right? You ever heard of Rainier Avenue?
I have.
We are Rainier Avenue Radio, and we broadcast in the interest of South Seattle and all our community members. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
No, not at this time, sir. But thanks for the opportunity.
Okay. So this is about the most action that I've had since I've been here. Who knows? Maybe if I keep filming. And so I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to know who I was and what I was doing. So that was it. That was about the most action that I've had. Again, this is Tony B live in Washington, D.C. around the perimeter of the Capitol. You can see in the background the Capitol building, and that's the place that was under siege. And this is about as close as you can get, unless you are properly credentialed. Who knows, you know, maybe if I unleashed the verbal attack, the ability to be verbally charismatic and lyrically acrobatic, like I gotta have it, I might get in. But I'm cool just standing out here, just bringing you this message. And I guess I'll stop this pretty soon, but I just wanted to make sure that, again, while everyone was watching and seeing what was going on inside, if you're wondering what was going on outside, there's somebody walking a dog before, people jogging. Nothing going on here. And if I was to show you the entire perimeter, this is really what you would see. Lots of National Guard, police officers, but not a lot of people. I will check back in with you. I'm going to walk around a little bit more, and if I come up on something else, then I'll go live again, or I'll probably just go live again anyway. This is Tony B for Rainier Avenue Radio, live, Washington, D.C. I have, again, talked to members of the community, and the thing is, just a few blocks away from here, there are homes that people live in. And so for them, as I mentioned the other day, this has been an inconvenience, even though they know why it's happening. But in particular, for members of the black community who public transportation was cut off, and there were some issues with getting to and from work. People also had to be asked when they were coming into a particular neighborhood. And so it's been a big inconvenience. We've heard about what's been taking place inside, but this is what's taking place outside. This is how it's been impacting people and folks who live in Washington, D.C. When I initially got off of the airplane and started going to my hotel, there were exits that you could not take to get near Capitol Mall. That's continued and only intensified. So we'll see how it shakes out for the rest of the day. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Rainier Avenue Radio, live from Washington, D.C.